And we are back in Marvel Champions, once again facing Rhino, this time in Expert mode, using the Legions of Hydra modular encounter set instead of Bomb Scare, which I didn't even really notice was in his deck. So, in Expert mode, you shuffle in 3 more Expert cards, and you start with the second version of the boss instead of the first one going to the third version. Rhino 2, when revealed, you search the encounter deck and discard pile for Break-In and Take-In side scheme and reveal it, that's this one right here, and shuffle the encounter deck. So I've already set that up. This time we are going to be using T'Challa, using the Protection Precon, and once again, I have not read any of the cards, so I don't know what's happening here, but it should go faster thanks to the fact that I already faced against Rhino, and he's kind of boring. But that's why we're playing in Expert mode, to see if he's any more interesting this way. So T'Challa, 4 recovery, alter ego, King Wakanda, Foresight, setup. Search your deck for a Black Panther upgrade and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. Okay, hand size of 6, hit points 11. When does setup happen? Alright, well, it looks like first you draw your cards, then you mulligan, which I completely forgot is a thing, so I should mulligan if I want to, and resolve character setup abilities at the very last step. Then the game begins. So first, I've already shuffled my deck. First, we draw up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we mulligan. What do we have? Vibranium resource. 2 wild resources. This is a Black Panther exclusive card. Okay. The power of protection, just like the power of justice and the power of aggression? Indomitable, 1 cost upgrade. Condition, response. After your hero defends, discard Indomitable to ready your hero. I think I like this better than, what's the gray card? Tenacity? Because Tenacity required that you also use a resource. Black Widow, 3 cost ally, 2 towards 1 attack, 2 health, shield, spy, interrupt. When a card is revealed from the encounter deck, exhaust Black Widow and spend a mental resource to cancel the effects of that card and discard it. Then reveal another card from the encounter deck. Oh, this is... Oh, in Lord of the Rings terms, who is it? It's not Galadriel, it's some other lady, I forgot her name. But yeah, she's a lot like the Lord of the Rings leader. 2 cost upgrade. Wait, this costs a mental resource though. Probably nice to have her sitting out there just in case. 2 cost upgrade, Vibranium suit. Armor, Black Panther. Special attack. Move 1 damage from your hero to an enemy. 2 damage instead if this is the final step of this sequence. Play Wakanda for every event to use this ability. That seems kind of strong. Alright. Oh, and Wakanda Forever. 1 cost event, Wakanda Forever tactic. Hero action, resolve the special ability of each Black Panther upgrade you control in any order. Oh. So I guess the idea is that you put out a bunch of upgrades, and then you play Wakanda Forever, and that triggers everything, and then you choose whatever is last to do something special. Gotcha, gotcha, okay. And what's my setup? Search your encounter deck for a Black Panther upgrade. So that's like one of these, Vibranium suit, and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So you have no passive or active ability after the game begins as Black Panther, but you get to start with a 7... You get to search for a card and add it to your hand. I guess that's... Alright. What do we have? Black Panther upgrade... Actually, what's his hero ability, first of all? Black Panther, 2 dwarf, 2 attack, 2 defense, so he's average all around. Hero, Avenger Wakanda, retaliate 1. After this character is attacked, deal 1 damage to the attacking character. Alright, so that explains why his precon is the defense one. Because you want to be defending a lot. Gotcha. So if I want to be defending a lot, what do I want? Panther Claws, special attack, deal 2 cost upgrade, deal 2 damage to an enemy, 4 damage instead. I should have... See if I wanted to mulligan. I just said I should have mulliganed. I think this is fine. This looks fine. Special attack, deal 2 damage to an enemy, 4 damage instead if this is the final step of the sequence. That seems pretty good. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Energy daggers. Black Panther weapon special. Choose a player. Deal 1 damage to an enemy, to the villain, and to each enemy engaged with that player. 2 damage instead if this is the final step of the sequence. Well, okay. So this is good against Ultron then. Tactical Genius, Black Panther. Skill, thwart, special, thwart. Remove 1 threat from a scheme, 2 threats instead if this is the final step of the sequence. Probably not going to choose that for Rhino. Actually, wait a second. No. Break it and take it I want to get rid of right away. And I only have 2 thwart. I could play Black Widow and thwart with her, or I could get out Tactical Genius plus Vibranium Suit. Can I do that? I have Vibranium to pay for Vibranium Suit. I would need 2 other cards to pay for Tactical Genius, and then 1 card for Wakanda Forever. And then I could do that to completely thwart this if I thwart. I think that might be the play. Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever. How many? What the heck? How many Wakanda Forevers are there? 1, 2. Three, and then 4 in my hand. So you're okay. You really just want to get out your upgrades and then do Wakanda Forever over and over and over again. I'm not sure how I like that, but we'll see how this works out. I'm going to choose the Tactical Genius. Alright, now that I've done that, I have no reason to stay in hero form, or alter ego form. I'm going to switch to hero. And yeah, I think I'm just going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going to do Vibranium to pay for Tactical Genius. I'm going to use 2 other cards to pay for the Vibranium Suit. And 1 card for Wakanda Forever. Resolve the special ability of each Black Panther upgrade you control. So I want Tactical Genius. Well, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to thwart for 2. It doesn't matter if I do that first or second. Vibranium Suit, remove 1 damage from your hero to an... Okay, so this doesn't even matter. Point is, I get to... Using Black Panther to thwart, and using Tactical Genius, Breaking and Taken goes away. And that's the end of my turn. My hand size is 5. My hit points is 11. I probably should have checked that first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we have? 3 cost support. Med Team's Shield uses 3 medical counters. Enters play with 3 counters. When those are gone, discard this card. Action. Exhaust Med Team and remove 1 medical counter from it to heal 2 damage from a friendly character. That seems pretty good. 1 cost event. First Aid. Yeah, Med Team's just way better than First Aid because this sticks around and has 3 uses. Vibranium. Armored Vest. Armor. 1 cost upgrade. Play under any player's control. Max 1 per player. Your hero gets +1 defense. And 1 cost event. Ancestral Knowledge. Alter Ego action. Choose up to 3 different cards in your discard pile and shuffle them into your deck. Okay, so you really want to just recur your Wakanda Forevers. Just get them over and over and over again. Interesting. So, step 1. Break-in gets a ding. Rhino attacks. I am going to defend. I have no need to thwart at the moment. I'm going to defend. And Retaliate activates, so Rhino takes 1 damage. Rhino is attacking for 4. Holy cow. Right, step 2, Rhino has 3 base attacks, so that's going to be 4 damage, -2. I take 2 damage. And then I get dealt a card. That card is Shadows of the Past. That was really quick. That was really quick. What does this do again? This only happened once. I don't remember exactly. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis minion and put it into play. Engage with you. Minion. Here we go. Reveal your set-aside Nemesis side scheme and put it into play. Shuffle the rest of the set-aside Nemesis encounter set into the encounter deck. If your Nemesis minion was did not enter play this way, this card gains Surge. What is Usurp the Throne? The Renegade Killmonger is leading a coup to seize control of Wakanda. This is a... Oh my god, I don't understand why they don't just print the thing on the card. Like, if you look at Breakin' and Taken, it says... It has the same symbol, and it has so much room at the bottom, so they print the thing that the thing says. Deal +1 encounter card during the villain phase. There's enough room for it. This is the base set. This is not even like you're expected to know how to play the game. So you shouldn't need to... Anyways, it's fine. This comes into play with 3. And Killmonger. 2 scheme, 2 attack minion, 5 health. Assassin, elite mercenary. Killmonger cannot take damage from Black Panther upgrades. Oh, screw this guy. Okay. My turn. Black Panther's exhausted. These 2 have no effects, alright? Like, just without Wakanda Forever, they don't do anything. That feels kind of weird. Let's get my Armored Vest out. Have that 3 defense. cannot take damage from Black Panther upgrades, so he can still take damage from the Retaliate. So over time, he still will get knocked down a bit. And then I can use these two to pay for Med Team. Comes into play with 3 counters. And I think I'm going to use one of them right away to heal for 2. So I'm back down to 0 damage. And my question is whether I want to flip over or not. I think what I should do is flip over so I have more draw. Because his scheme is 2, scheme is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and Rhino gets a 2 boost and I lose. So never mind, I cannot scheme. I guess I will just sit here taking the hits. Draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what did I get? Panther Claw, special, deal 2 damage to an enemy, 4 damage instead if this is the final step of the sequence. Wakanda Forever, there we go, power of protection. Counterpunch, 0 cost event. Response, attack after your hero defends against an enemy attack, deal damage to that enemy equal to your hero's attack. Okay. Oh, I have 2 counterpunches. Can I use both of them? Well, first off, do I want to use both of them? I don't think I do. I think I want to play Panther Claws and Wakanda Forever. And that's going to cost me 3 resources, so I actually don't want to use either of those counterpunches. Break-in gets +1. Rhino attacks. I am going to... I really want to get rid of Usurp the Throne. But I won't be able to unless I scheme. I have to directly scheme. So I'm not going to defend. He's attacking for 4. He takes 1 damage. I take 4 damage. Killmonger attacks for 2. And he still takes the damage, I believe. And then I get dealt my cards. 1 card gang up. This card gains Surge in Alter Ego form. When revealed hero form, the villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. Ay, okay. Rhino's attacking once again for 4, or 3. 3 plus 5, that's going to be 5 plus 6 is going to be 11, which means I'll be dead, so I have to defend, unfortunately. I'm defending against... I don't think it matters who I defend against, because either way, I don't have any way to increase... No, it does, because I have Armored Vest, so defending against Rhino is better. I'm defending against the Rhino, and I'm taking Star. Boost. Give the villain a tough status card. Didn't want to hurt him anyways. It's fine. 3 damage attack. -3 defense. I take no damage. Killmonger attacks for 2. And because of Usurp the Throne, I still get another card. Hard to keep down. When revealed, Rhino heals 4 damage. If no damage was healed this way, this card gains Surge. He's back down to 0 damage as well. Excellent. My turn. Med Team. This was 2 heal, right? Exhaust Med Team and remove 1 medical counter. Heal 2 damage from a friendly character. Yep. Oh! Oh, whoa. Okay. Rhino would have healed thanks to Hard to Keep Down? Yeah, Hard to Keep Down, so he would have healed from that second Retaliate anyways, but Killmonger takes another damage. Now it's my turn. I can't scheme, so there's no point in... what is the wording exactly on this? Killmonger cannot take damage from Black Panther upgrades. What is Vibranium Suit? Move 1 damage from your hero to an enemy, 2 instead if this is the final sequence. Is moving a damage to Killmonger counting as taking damage? Like I am giving it to him, and thus he takes it. Or does he just transfer it over? I'm not too certain, but I don't want to potentially make this... I don't want to potentially cheat, so I'm going to say no. Or I'm going to say that I can't do that. The next time this character would take any amount of damage, discard this status card instead. Okay, I'm paying 2 for Panther Claws. Paying 1 for Wakanda Forever. Wakanda Forever. I'm going to use this last. I'm using this last to get rid of the 2 threat here so I can turn over and heal. And then as for the other ones, Vibranium Suit, I'm going to move 1 damage from me to the boss. And that boss, that's going to get rid of the tough, I think. I'm going to count that as taking damage. And Panther Claws deal 2 damage to an enemy, 4 damage instead. Okay, so 2 damage to Rhino. And then I'm going to flip over, and next turn I can heal. And I have no base effects, so that kind of sucks. Or no effects in alter ego form, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Break-in gets 1. Rhino schemes for 2. 1, 2. And then Killmonger schemes for 2 as well. It is up to 5 out of 7. I got my Wakanda Forever. I have Mockingbird. Get behind me, 1 cost event. Hero interrupt when a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck. Cancel its when revealed effects. The villain attacks you instead. Not sure if I like that. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that. Genius, Haymaker, Energy Dagger is special. Choose a player, deal 1 damage to the villain, and to each enemy engage with that player 2 damage instead if this is the final step of the sequence. Okay. Genius to pay for the Energy Daggers. I need 1 for Wakanda Forever, and I don't have enough for pay for anything else. So let's go Med Team, get rid of Med Team to heal 2 more damage. Oh, do I want to do that right now? I have 4 recovery. I think I'm just going to recover 4 and leave my health at 1. I think I should save the Med Team. And then use 1 for Wakanda Forever, and I don't have enough to pay for the other stuff. Yeah. So Wakanda... this is a hero action, so I have to flip over to hero form. All my upgrades in any order. What do I want to do? I think Energy Daggers will be first, because that's kind of whatever. 1 damage to everything except for Killmonger, so 1 damage to Rhino. 2 damage, 4 damage instead. I don't care that much about damage. 1, 2. Vibranium Suit, remove 1 damage from me. Hey, there we go. 1 damage to Rhino. And then Tactical Genius, remove 2 threat from a scheme because this is the last one. I will choose the break-in. Yes. Now, what do I want to discard? I think I'm going to get rid of Haymaker and I'm going to play Mockingbird next turn. So, that sounds good to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Armored Vest, can't play it. Helicarrier, Emergency, and Shuri, 2 cost ally. Response, after Shuri enters play, search your deck for an upgrade and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck. I don't know if there's any upgrades left, though. I think there are only 4 of these upgrades. It doesn't have to be a Black Panther upgrade, it just says upgrade card. Armored Vest is an upgrade, but one of them is... One of them is in my hand right now. I don't know if there were any other upgrades. Well, I didn't look through the deck, so I wouldn't know. But I don't remember the other decks having... Like, there was a base stat upgrade in the other decks. But I don't remember if there were any other ones. We shall see. So, villain phase, Break-in gets 1. Rhino attacks. I am going to defend once again. I'm at 0 damage. I really want to get rid of Usurp the Throne. I'm not going to defend. I'm not going to defend. Legions of Hydra, 3 boost. Oh, okay. So that's a total of 6 damage. And then Killmonger is another 2 damage, so that's 8 damage. Followed by 2 cards. Sandman. Sandman, 2 scheme, 3 attack, and he has toughness. Comes into play with a tough. He has 4 health. Second card, Shocker. Okay, 2 minion, 1 scheme, 2 attack, 3 health. When revealed, deal 1 damage to each hero. That's not good. Alright. Black Panther, I'm gonna scheme. I'm gonna thwart. I need to get rid of this right away. Oh, but I can't even use my tactical genius to get rid of it. Man, not having Wakanda Forever in your hand sucks. Let's go med team to... Oh, they should have taken damage. Rhino attacked. He should have taken 1 damage. And Killmonger attacked. He should have taken another damage. You know what? Since I can't get rid of it this turn anyways, instead of thwarting Usurp the Throne, I'm going to have Black Panther attack Killmonger. And that way he's now dead. That seems like a better idea. See, I don't know if there's any upgrades left in this deck, so I don't want to play Shuri and get nothing out of it. Let's say I do, though. Let's say I pay 2 for Shuri. I get a card. Let's say I do get a card. I wouldn't be able to use that to pay for Mockingbird or Helicarrier. I also really want to play Helicarrier. Alright, I'm going to use 3 cards to pay for Helicarrier. Wait, I'm at 9 damage? I'm at 9 damage. I can't pay for Helicarrier. I have to stun Rhino, like, right now. I have to. Alright, I'm using 3 cards to pay for Mockingbird. Mockingbird is going to come in and stun Rhino. And I'm going to use Mockingbird to block when it's time for Rhino to attack again. And then Mockingbird will attack Sandman to get rid of the tough. And then when they attack, it's going to be 3, 5. Wait, why does Med Team not have a counter on it? Oh no. Is Med Team supposed to be gone? Or did I accidentally... I do not remember. I do not remember. Alright, well I don't want to accidentally cheat, and Med Team didn't have a counter on it, so I'm gonna assume it's gone. I can't turn over either, because then they're gonna automatically scheme and win. So yeah, I think Mockingbird has to block this turn. Black Panther blocks Sandman, Mockingbird blocks Shocker. And then things go bad from there. Keeping Helicarrier in my hand. Golden City, Indomitable, Strength, and Wakanda Forever. So I survived this turn. Things might get good, because I can use Wakanda Forever. What is the Golden City? 2 cost support. Location, Wakanda, Alter Ego action. Exhaust the Golden City to draw 2 cards. Okay. Okay. So, Rhino... Oh. 1 on the main scheme. Rhino tries to attack. He's stunned. Stunned goes away. Sandman attacks. I block with Black Panther. Sandman takes 1 damage from that. And I take no because I have 3 damage, or 3 defense. Shocker attacks. Mockingbird blocks. Mockingbird is dead. Wait a second. Shocker is attacking Black Panther. And then Mockingbird comes in front to block. Does that mean he does not take the retaliate damage, even though he's attacking me? It says after this character is attacked. Alright, well the rules reference is very unhelpful. When you look at retaliate, it just says see keywords. Restricted also says see keywords. Just print the thing. Look at all this white space right here. Just print the thing. But then when you go to keywords, and you go to retaliate X, after this character is attacked, deal X damage to the attacker. The character must survive this attack to deal the damage. X is the value next to the retaliate keyword, and that's it. It doesn't answer that question. Because they are attacking Black Panther. Or are they... Once again, I don't want to accidentally cheat. I might be making this harder on myself, but I'm going to rule that he does not take the retaliate damage. And in case you're wondering why I'm not just looking it up, it's because I believe that games should teach you how to play in the materials provided to you. And these are the materials provided to me, and they leave me with a lot of questions. So, my turn. What do I want to do? Wakanda Forever for sure. I can use Strength and Indomitable to pay for Helicarrier. And then I can use... I think I want to keep the Golden City in my hand to play that for next turn when I recover. So I can use Helicarrier to use Wakanda Forever. Now what do I want to do with Wakanda Forever? I really want to flip over and heal. But I can't really do that while they're going to be scheming for 2, 3, 4 base. I'd have to get rid of 4 base. 4 is guaranteed, plus a boost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd have to get rid of like 5 to feel comfortable. Oh, this should be exhausted. Black Panther should be exhausted. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Energy Daggers is not going to kill anything anyways. Even if I did 2 damage to everything. Wait. Hold up. Hold on. Energy Dagger, deal 2 damage to everything. That leaves Shocker with 1 HP. Vibranium Suit, move 1 damage from me to Shocker. That would kill Shocker. If I do Energy Daggers last, I mean. Panther Claws, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Sandman would have taken 2 damage, so he'd be dead. And then Tactical Genius for 1 to get rid of 1 thing off of Break-In. And then I'd have to stay in hero form, though. Get rid of 1 from Break-In. It'd be at 4. It's going to scheme for 1, so it's going to be back up to 5. And then if he boosts for 2, I lose. I think I still have to stay in hero form and just defend against Black Panther. Defend against Rhino. I'm gonna heal 1 from Vibranium Suit. So unless he boosts for 3, I'll still live. But then 2 cards are gonna come out from Usurper Throne. I think that's the play. Okay. So last is gonna be Energy Daggers. First up, Vibranium Suit. Move 1 damage from me onto an enemy. Next up, Panther Claws. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. After that is Tactical Genius. Remove 1 threat from a scheme. Or do I want to do Usurp the Throne? I really want to get rid of that. I really want to get rid of Usurp the Throne. I can leave this at 6. I won't lose, because he's not going to scheme. And then Energy Daggers. Choose a player, deal 1 damage to the villain, and to each enemy engaged with that player. 2 damage instead if this is the final step of the sequence. So Rhino should have taken 1 more damage. And then 2 damage to both of these, they're both dead. I think that's the play. And then I'm gonna keep the Golden City in my hand. These on exhaust. And I draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Avengers Mansion, Tenacity, and Luke Cage. Who is he? Or, I know who he is, but what is he? 4 cost ally. Where's my 5th card? 5. And energy, okay. 4 cost ally, 1 thwart, 2 attack, defender, 5 HP, and toughness. This character enters play with a tough status card. Okay. That's cool. So, main threat gets 1. It's up to 6. Rhino attacks, Black Panther defends. Attacks for just 3, no damage to me. Usurp to get 2 cards. Affairs of State. You may flip to alter ego form. I may flip to alter ego form. Do I want to flip to alter ego? Let's read the rest of the card first. Exhaust T'Challa. I can't because T'Challa is exhausted, or still here. Remove Affairs of State from the game, or choose and discard a Black Panther upgrade you control. Discard this obligation. Well, that's the one I have to do. So discard means it goes here instead of remove from play. And I have to discard an upgrade. I think Panther Claws is the least useful one. So I'm going to get rid of Panther Claws. This doesn't have Surge or anything, right? Okay. No Surge. Second card, Assault. The villain attacks you. Alright, well, I'm dead. 8 HP plus 3, that's going to be 11, so I'm dead. So I finally lost. This is my first loss of the game, and it is in Expert Mode Rhino. And I don't think that I lost because in expert mode Rhino is any more interesting or even harder per se. I think it's literally just because I got screwed super hard. Like the very first turn, I got Shadows of the Past. Like that was the very first thing, and then I couldn't get rid of Usurp the Throne because I was so entrenched in stuff coming up afterwards. And that's kind of like what I was saying about my problem with the Lord of the Rings LCG, is that the way that they make it harder is they just start with a bunch of stuff on the board, and you're like, well, I started with nothing, and now I have to try to get up, try to come back from this super disadvantaged position. And I think it's probably even harder because Black Panther seems like he's supposed to build up his board first, and then just keep spamming Wakanda Forever. But I don't think that even with these cards, if I use Wakanda Forever every single turn, like it's not that interesting to be like, oh, some thwart, some damage, some heal. Like it's not. These are the base elements of the game, but these aren't interesting things to do. You get what I'm saying? I'm not sure if that, yeah. So as of right now, what I'm saying is I still think that Rhino is not that good. I think I think that he's pretty boring as a villain, and I still don't feel that compelled to play against him. Yeah, I just don't really like Black Panther so far. Based off my initial impressions, I know that this... Also, once again, I just have to note that not having Helicarrier and not having Avengers Mansion at the very start is just so much worse than having them near the beginning of the game. It makes the game, like... I think that if I had one of these out at the very beginning, or turn 2, I think I would have won. Just being like, yes, I have more cards. I have more cards to work with. I would have had more... There were turns where I was like, well, I can't pay for this, so I guess I'm just not going to do this. And then the game just goes... It's not... I really wanted to reserve judgment about the mana rampiness of these cards, because I don't think mana ramping is... Yeah. I think that if I started with these 2 cards in my hand, I would have won. And that feels kind of bad to just be like, oh, I started at a disadvantaged position, a very badly disadvantaged position, and I didn't get the 2 actual upgrades I want, as opposed to these cards, which are like, yeah, they're part of his kit. But I would rather trade these 2 for one of these any day. Like even in that sequence of events where I managed to get rid of the 2 minions using a Wakanda Forever when this was on the board, it wasn't like, oh, I have figured out a clever solution to get rid of, to move on past this board. It was more like, well, since it was my first time doing it, I had to figure that out. But I imagine that in future playthroughs using Black Panther, anytime I get the opportunity to use Wakanda Forever, it's just going to be, well, are there a bunch of minions on the board? No. Then I'm not going to use... What is it? I'm not going to use Energy Daggers last, because there's no point. So it's like, well, what do I want to do then? Do I desperately need 1 more healing right now? No. So I'm not going to use, not Tactical Genius, Vibranium Suit right now. And then it's just a matter of, well, is there a bunch of threat on the scheme? Or do I just want to deal damage? So the flow chart of decision making is just simple. Lots of enemies, use this last. Desperately need healing, use this last. And then need to thwart, use this last. And when all else fails, might as well just Panther Claws, I guess. Yeah, I didn't think that I could dislike Rhino any more than I already did, but I think I do. I think that this game has made... I went in with an open mind saying, let's see if this makes Rhino any more interesting, and it made him even less interesting playing against him again. All the cards that made this fight difficult, that's the thing too. Every single one of the cards that made the fight more difficult wasn't even Rhino. It was Shadows of the Past, followed by Black Panther's own Nemesis card, followed by, I think, a Gang Up happened. And then I mean, Shocker and Sandman came out. These are both Rhino cards. But, like, they could be substituted for any minions. They don't matter. The fact they're just... As minions, they don't make Rhino any more interesting. They're just there. Put any minion in there. And then Assault. Like, it's just the 3 standard cards that made me lose. It wasn't even Rhino. But yeah, second impression of the game, Rhino, even worse than I thought. And Black Panther, I'd have to... I mean, I am going to give him another shot, obviously. I would like to win with every single one of the heroes. But I think next I will give Iron Man a try and see if I like him any better. I'm not sure about which aspect, though, because I have tried out all 4 aspects at this point. I suppose I might as well just go with the recommended aspect, and I believe that was Aggression. Yeah, Iron Man was given Aggression as his precon, even though Aggression cards are yellow and Aggression cards are red. For some reason they swapped these colors, but that's whatever. Let's do that next time, and hopefully I will see you there. Goodbye.